Welcome to Vigorous Finance. I'm Coach Steve. Let's talk about knowing your self-worth. Yeah, and that has to do in a relation to you working in the fitness industry or whatever other industry you're working in. Now, what a lot of you might have noticed have been following me for a while is that I've been slowly increasing the rates. And at one point, I'll probably have to do that again this year because I'm filling up with work thanks to putting myself out on YouTube. So as the following grows, the amount of people that are interested in a service are going to grow. And when you slowly start to fill up with work and you have too much work on your hands, rates usually tend to go up to lower the amount of work that you have by limiting some of the people that don't want to go over that threshold of the financial increase of a service or a product or whatever. So what I get once in a while, actually quite often, honestly, unfortunately, is that people ask for a discount. And I never give discounts. And I'll tell you why. Because if I give somebody a discount, say on a 1-hour consultation or a coaching service or the Facebook group, is that I undervalue myself. I undervalue my intelligence, my service, my expertise. And by doing that, I'm telling you that I'm overpricing the service before because I'm allowing to give you a discount, which of course I don't do unless you sign up for like a 6-month period of coaching. So I would recommend everybody to do the same because as soon as you start handing out discounts or you start to undervalue your product, people don't take it serious. And I know several people in the industry that they offer like, oh, I got 10 coaching spots available and it's a discounted rate of $100, $50, $200, whatever. As a consumer or somebody at the other side of the service, you immediately think, why? I mean, why is it suddenly, why is the price suddenly off? And you got to look at it this way. The clients that you have that already signed up for a service, they feel a little bit, like a little bit stabbed in the back because, let's say they paid $1,400 for a 6-month prep. And then you start to offer a service which makes it even lower on a month-to-month basis. You offer a discount and every month it's cheaper than what they paid 6 months in advance. They're not going to be happy. I wouldn't feel happy if I spent 6 months, if I paid 6 months in advance for an off-season coaching program, and then suddenly the guy a month later starts to offer discounts on, making the month coaching fee cheaper than what I paid for 6 months in advance. So that's why in the fitness industry, you should never do discounts. You can do discounts on products when they reach the end of the expiration date. So let's say you have a supplement, a line supplement company, and you have whey protein and it expires 6 months from now. Yeah. Now you shouldn't sell it, I think, 3 months before the expiration date. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not into supplements, so I might be a little bit off there. But at one point, let's say you have, remaining stock or a chocolate flavor is not as popular as the vanilla flavor. You sell out on the vanilla flavor. You can make a new batch, and then you're left with chocolate, double chocolate, super turbo brownie flavor. Yeah, nobody likes it, so it stays in your warehouse. As soon as you start reaching the expiration date, over the expiration date, you definitely can't sell it. Then you can just give it away for freebies to your friends. When you start reaching the expiration date, okay, you can give a discount, to clear the stock. And then you have to consider if you want to make a new batch of super turbo chocolate double brownie flavor or not. You have to go by sales. But you shouldn't do that on a service. I never do it. Unless I offer it for 6 months coaching in advance. But on the consultations, the contest prep, a normal month-to-month off-season or recomping coaching service, or the Facebook group, I don't do it. Because, when the rate is too low, you undervalue not only yourself, but the advice that you give. And why should the person feel inclined to follow that advice when it's below the rate that was offered? I mean, I wouldn't follow it. I mean, it's something that I learned in the coaching when I was consulting, is that as soon as you start to drop the rate, people, they don't value your advice. Advice is perceived based on the rate. And the higher the rate is, the more the advice is going to be valued at. Yeah? Not only because they paid so much for it, but there's a reason why the rate is so high. So you'll see that, of course, you need to keep that up. You as somebody who offers that service. So let's say your 1 hour consultations go from $50 to $100 to $200 to $600. The service that you provide during that 1 hour consultation should also go up. And hopefully that goes up, the rate goes up depending on your expertise. So the more you know, the more you're able to problem solve during a 1 hour consultation, the higher the rate should be. Some people do that because their following grows and the service doesn't improve in quality because they don't learn more. They're simply their following gets bigger, right? So let's say you go from 5,000 followers to 500,000 followers and you 100x the service because, more people means that, the likeliness of some of them going to be financially secure or filthy rich and they're able to afford it. In my opinion, and I guess most of you guys will agree with this as well, when the rate goes up, the quality of the service needs to go up as well. So as you learn more, or as I'm learning more, at one point you get full with clients. I feel confident enough that my expertise has increased over the course of a year, 6 months, 5 years, whatever, and then the rate will go up. I'm not trying to justify why my rates are going up soon. I'm just giving you an indication of when you work in the service industry, like this is a service, right? I provide some content for you guys to enjoy on YouTube. Luckily, that's monetized, so I get a little kickback. It's not much, but hey, let's see if this channel grows, if I can turn into a respectable source of income that is not enough to pay for milk. So maybe that's all in the future. So 100% transparency. I'm using YouTube as a marketing platform to offer my services. Yeah, you can find those services in the bottom. A lot of people, a lot of followers, subscribers, whatever, have already used the service and are now part of the team. Yeah, part of the Vigorous Steve coaching team, for example. So some of you are month-to-month coaching clients. Some of you are off-season or recomp clients for 6 months. Some of you joined the Facebook group. Some of you did 1 hour consultations. And a decent amount asked for discounts. And I said, I'm sorry, I don't do discounts. Never to be heard from again. And that's totally fine. I mean, spending money on a service also depends on your financial situation, right? Maybe $132 for a 1 hour consultation is too much. Okay. I don't think it's too much because otherwise I would be undervaluing myself, right? I think it's probably too little considering the amount of consultations that I'm doing right now. But it might not be within your financial needs, and that's totally fine. But that's not my problem. Yeah, if you're not financially secure to afford a service, whether that's mine or any other coach out there, you shouldn't make your lack of finances my problem or the next guy's problem. You should try to work more or harder or focus on your financial security so you can afford the service that me or other coaches provide. And then you can hire them as a coach / secretary / advisor / mental support / whatever the coach offers, besides, the service of getting you into the best possible physical shape you can be in. When you're financially secure, you can afford the services that these guys, me or whoever offers. And I know some of the more popular coaches, they charge $1,000 per month. Now, on the opposite end, you see that with some of the up-and-comer coaches or people that offer personal training or some sort of other service in the fitness industry. Whether that's on IG, they offer some ebooks or some workout programs or whatever. In order to create a following, they might give a little bit too much information away for free. They blow their load, basically. Way too early. Way prematurely. By giving away a lot of information for free, and I know you guys think that I give a lot of information for free, but I'm holding back a significant amount. That's why the services and the Facebook group are there. Yeah? Don't hate me for it. I need to keep something, at the back so people feel happy when they pay for a service. And they're like, oh, you didn't mention that on YouTube. Sorry, guys. So look at it this way. When some guys are trying to build their following, they kind of blow their load. They say way too much. They give all their information away. Now, how are you going to monetize this? Yeah, all this information you acquired over the years, all the research you've done, everything you've worked so hard for, you give it away for free. And that's fine, but there should be a product attached to that. And I know some of the guys, some of the YouTubers, they give all the information away for free, and that's totally fine. They don't coach because they have a supplement on the side. Yeah? So they drag you in with the free information, and then they say, oh, if you like the information, why don't you buy one of my supplements? Totally valid business model. Yeah? But as a coach, it doesn't work like that. You can give some advice away, but you should keep some for yourself and only for clients that pay for a service. And I see a lot of guys go completely 100% wrong in this sense. They start poaching on Facebook and on Instagram and on YouTube and Snapchat and whatever. It's all this information. 90% of it isn't really relevant because it's a lot of the studies and this study on Alzheimer's, which is, okay, it's interesting, but it doesn't actually apply to most of us that train right, eat right, focus on our health, do our blood work, where we don't have any silly ailments like an Alzheimer's or cancer or diabetes. We're all close to as healthy as we can be considering the performance enhancing drugs that we take. If you start giving away all the information, it's great for your following, but it's not great for you as a business. Because now everybody expects you to give this all away. And when you offer a service, like a website or consultations why nobody's going to feel inclined to pay for it because you've been giving it away for free all this time. And, sorry, I'm laughing a little bit about this, but I see so many guys, they cut themselves so deep in their own fingers, with this guy. They want this popularity so bad. And then, by the time they reach 5,000 followers, subscribers, they have nothing left. They gave it all away. And the couple people that sign up for a coaching service, okay, that's great. They can help them. But look at it this way. You've been following a guy for such a long time, and then you finally sign up for a service, which is probably undervalued because the guy's now struggling a little bit for money. Everything that he's going to tell you, you already saw on YouTube. Now you really feel, as a customer, like, why am I paying this guy? I already knew this. I know nothing new now. So for me, yes, I do these YouTube videos. I tell you guys a decent amount, but it's not everything. It's definitely not everything that I know. And a lot of stuff that I know that I learned over the years, I'm not going to put out. Not publicly. No. And even some of the stuff that I do with competition clients, I don't put in the Facebook group because I got to keep some information for myself in the back of my hand. That is my unique selling point. And some of the guys are going to understand this, and other guys are going to be upset about it. Too bad. I know my value. I know my worth. I know what I've learned over the last 20 years. And there's special circumstances where that information is required, where I release it to somebody that I've been working with for a while. Now, some people are going to use that knowledge, maybe regurgitate it to some of their clients, and that's fine because they made that information their own. I provided information that they can use. They made it their own. They might change it a little bit, and then they reproduce that information with clients. Now let's say they invested $1,000 worth of coaching, $2,000, whatever, depending on the duration that they were a coach or they did consultations or whatever. It's an investment, and then they get that reimbursed with their clients or their services or their ebooks or whatever. And with this coaching stuff, it's in the end, it's just an investment. It's just an investment to set you on your way. Learn as much as you can from the coach, whether that's me or somebody else. limit the time that you spend on overanalyzing everything else you can find on the internet, because if you have a good coach, they're going to make it so simple for you. All you have to do is follow. And now you get great experience within your own body. Yeah, if the coach has a decent portfolio with nutrition and drugs and training, and knows how to put that all together and make it perfect for you. Yeah, and then of course the adjustments are still going to take place because the body changes, and hopefully the coach can catch that on and make the changes before you stagnate. Whether that's with nutrition, with drugs, with training, whatever, the coach hopefully picks that way before it happens. So now, for example, a couple clients were reaching overtrained state. And I asked them, how's your sleep been lately? Before we even talked about overtraining, I asked them, how's your sleep been? Yeah, it's not been so good. So some guys have, one of those watches or a ring or whatever to keep track of their sleep. And I asked them for the rollout. I immediately know it's time to deload. Yeah, without even talking about a deload yet, I already know. So they could have continued for 2 more weeks. Yeah, made decent progress or stagnated a little bit. Told them to take a week off. They're back in the gym. Same strength, same metabolic rate. Yeah, we didn't change calories. Same metabolic rate. Didn't lose any strength. Some exercises actually improved by taking a week off. That's my job. That's why they pay me. Yeah, I'm not going to undervalue that service by giving a discount. I lost my train of thought, but I hope you understand. I hope you understand why I'm going with this. So let's just wrap it up right there. I think it's been going on long enough for this video. If you have confidence in your abilities and you provide a certain service towards other people in the fitness industry, don't undervalue yourself, because you can't financially come back from something like that. If you give everything away for free, nobody's going to pay for a service. Okay? You might be able to sell supplements or SARMs or whatever, peptides. Some people do that. That's a valid business model. But if you offer a service, don't shortchange yourself and don't give everything away for free, because nobody will feel serviced when they sign up for coaching consultations or a Facebook group or a website that you host. Yeah? Hope that helps. Hope that sends you on the right way. And I'll see you guys in the next video.